TWM podcast.
Hello, I am Matty Deller and welcome to the best of the rest, your end of the week roundup of all things WWE and more, but we'll talk about that in just a few seconds time. A TWM podcast bringing you your daily content of wrestling news, reviews and interviews in all the usual places like Apple and Google Podcasts, Spotify, Stitcher, Acast, TuneIn, Podbean, YouTube and wherever else you get your pods. Never forget, we are brought to you by SquaredCircleBox.com. The October boxes are shipping right now, but if you want to get in there and get your November box, you need to go on SquaredCircleBox.com. And if it's your first order, you can put TWM News in the checkout for 10% off. I said WWE and other. And this is our first week reviewing Impact on Best of the Rest. It's made the move not up. I don't want to disregard the indie wrestling show, but with its debut on Access, we thought it'd be good to go up alongside some of the more established shows in the week. So it's making its debut on Best of the Rest. That means as well that I am reviewing this for someone that will be new to the Impact game, but he is not new to Best of the Rest. The man that has been all over TWM podcasts this week, the professional, erstwhile, and always hilarious Joseph Kingsley. Hello there.
Sometimes a champion needs to put in work.
Workhorse. I've heard you called the workhorse. I've also heard you be called the 60-minute man, but we won't get into that there or thereabouts. It just means you love a happy hour, to be honest, but still. So this is obviously, we love our NXT UK a bit. We love our Total Divas a lot, but obviously this is your first time delving into the waters that is Impact Wrestling, so it'll be very intriguing to get your thoughts on it. But first, let's talk about WWE's British offering in the form of NXT UK. NXT had a kind of interesting cacophony of goings on. I'm gonna just quickly run through the whole thing. First of all, Piper Niven, that's how a review works, if I'm honest. Just run through the whole thing.
Yeah.
That's literally how it works. Piper Niven and Rhea Ripley defeated Ginny and Jazzy Gabba in what seemed like Rhea Ripley's NXT UK farewell, if we kind of look at what she's been doing on the US brand. That
she doesn't have time for the UK anymore. She's about to go to war. Yeah,
pretty much. It's good to see Ginny wrestling, because honestly right now, if you look at that roster, she's probably the best heel they have not called Kaylee Ray, so that works. It was a decent match. Rhea Ripley did a flip dive and came within literally an inch of smacking the back of her head off the I've completely lost track of what it's called. Ring apron. Like an inch.
So she did a buckshot. So she basically did a buckshot lariat to the outside and then nearly gave herself a concussion.
Yeah, to the point where Nigel was like, "Oh God," 'cause it did look like she hit her head, but it turns out that she was fine. We got the debut of A-Kid in it was a really weird match to debut him. He was up against Cassius Ohno, and I was like, oh, so he's losing his debut. That's a weird take, Chief. But they made a good an account of him, and he beat Cassius Ohno by countout. They were fighting out on the ring. Outside of the ring, A-Kid hit a Tiger feint kick and rolled back in at the count of 9 and beat him to the punch. So an upset victory. Also, I was yesterday days old when I realised why A-Kid is called A-Kid.
Aye.
Nigel mentioned that his name in Spain is El Nino Anónimo, the anonymous kid, which then eventually just become translated to A-Kid. So now I know why he's called that.
A-Kid.
It makes sense.
I didn't know he was called El Nino something. So
yeah.
Yes. That's what they called Fernando Torres for his entire career in Spain.
He was El Nino. Well, yeah, El Nino.
Baby face. He's got the cutest little baby face.
I'm sorry, was he the one that always used to... Yeah, he was. No. Or was it Vidic used to always shit himself playing against Torres? Or was it the other way around?
Yes, it was. It was Vidic.
Yeah. I can't remember if it was Vidic that used to constantly ruin Fernando Torres' life, or it was the other way around. But it was, yeah.
Vidic always used to have a torrid time playing against Torres. But my favorite Fernando Torres moment is just that miss against United.
I remember that. I generally was working at a radio station when that happened, and I've never heard a whole office gasp and then burst out laughing at a finish. Anyway, yeah, they kept Ono strong and put over A-Kid massively, so that was good for them. They seem to have put a lot of oomph behind A-Kid. Ono battered A-Kid post-match and he banged out the old Cassius clutch, a move so old from his first run in NXT that I didn't know what it was, but Tom Phillips managed to go, oh wow, that's a move from his first run in NXT, the Cassius clutch.
That's why Tom Phillips is there and you're here.
Yeah, because I didn't know that. By the way, speaking of Tom Phillips, we were trying to find where people are. At least we know where Byron Saxton is.
Where is he?
He was at Crown Jewel.
I wouldn't know.
Well, he's probably still at Crown Jewel.
Where's Byron? Where's Byron at Crown Jewel?
Yeah.
Quoting Mariah Carey, I don't know her.
Tyler Bate made the save, so it looks like we're going to get a Cassius Ono versus Tyler Bate feud going forward, which I'm okay with. Killer Kelly...
That live, didn't you?
No, it was meant to happen, and Tyler got in...
It did happen.
Did it happen?
And Tyler injured himself.
No, he did, because Cassius... Cassius went back into the tournament, didn't he? This is a progress for people that don't know.
Yeah, he did the airplane spin with no hands and injured himself.
Yeah, he pulled a muscle or something. But yeah, no, I did, progress. I thought it was the other way around, that he injured before he faced Cassius Ono. No, he faced Cassius Ono, I think, in the first round, which proves how much I pay attention. Killer Kelly's back.
You like the show?
Yeah. 4 months out injured, and she wants to pick a fight with someone. I swear I've heard that before. She spots Isla Dawn and then puts her gum shield in and goes to beat the shit out of Isla Dawn. So we're going to get that going forward.
Is she going to actually win?
I don't know. I hope so, because I do like Killer Kelly and I feel like she's criminally underused.
So do I.
Our favourite gravy hater is back. No, it's not our friend that doesn't like KFC gravy. It's Roy Johnson. He made his return to NXT UK. He lost to Joseph Connors.
Inspiring. So uninspiring. Like you got Johnson, big wavy. It's chicken, no gravy. The charisma vacuum that shares my name, and apparently nothing else.
Connors, they did have one thing which was quite funny. He had Roy Johnson in the ring post and was throwing baseball slide drop kicks, and every time he did it, he'd be like, "Hi, Roy, good to see you, Roy. Welcome back, Roy," as he's drop kicking him. That was funny.
Very funny. That's very funny.
It's a shame he's still boring though. Don't look down. Kaylee Ray comes out and mocks Toni Storm and then mugs off Nia Brookside. We don't know where Toni Storm is going to be. Maybe she's going to be the fifth person at War Games. We don't know. That was something I
so frustrated that War Games is just the women's War Games is two teams. But you know what? I wanted a women's War Games. I can't really be nitpicking.
Yeah, I think that was one of George's picks was Toni Storm. Mine was Beth Phoenix. We're going to see who's going to be right. It won't be either.
It's a really good shout.
Yeah, I don't know why it just popped in my head when I was talking to them before they did their podcast.
I don't feel like she's been involved yet enough.
Yeah, I just feel like there's going to be some sort of like shock veteran person in it, but we'll see. It looks like we're going to get Xia Brookside versus Kaylee Ray, but that doesn't seem that takeover worthy, does it?
Oh, it's probably going to be in the next tapings, and Xia's going to cut one more promo with a really awkward YouTuber zooms, and then we'll get a match where she loses.
Oh, NXT Zoella, will you ever win? I just can't think of anyone who's on the... Unless they are building up for Toni to come back and then have the rematch and then have Kaylee Ray put her over and then you move Toni Storm maybe over to NXT US, but...
Literally, we had a previous champion give her the ring. Piper Niven, they're building to Piper Niven.
Of course, yeah. Piper, that makes perfect sense, doesn't it?
Full disclosure, everyone, I didn't watch NXT UK this week.
And you understood it better than I did. Gallus are angry and Scottish. Joe Coffey's returning next week. I do like that Gallus are referring to themselves as a firm, which was a lovely touch. They call themselves the Gallus firm. So, just doing all the Scottish things.
Well, yep.
The main event...
Are they still pseudo face?
No. I don't think so. I think they are proper heels now. So...
you don't think last week.
Yeah, but I feel like they're... Although they're still going after Imperium, so I don't know. I think that's a weird one. I'm not sure, but they seemed quite heelish in the promo. Jordan Devlin got a big statement win over Dave Mastiff in the main event. For me, he's the next NXT UK champion. He beats the person. He beats the face that beats Volta.
Yeah. Who's the face that beats Volta?
I generally don't know at this point. Maybe. What I feel like they're going with the end of this show. With Ilya getting propositioned by Alexander Wolf. I feel like they might be doing Ilya versus Volta at the next takeover, and maybe Ilya beats Volta for the belt, and then Devlin can beat Ilya for it. But we'll see. Devlin aside, he hit one. Mastiff was on the middle rope, and Devlin pulled his arm, pulled him off the top rope via his arm into the Devlin side. It was a thing of beauty. It was superb. What do you do with...
I like it because it's feasibly the only way he could hit that.
Yeah, because he's got to take him off balance, which is cool. What do you do with Dave Mastiff now? It seemed... yes, that is what we all want, secretly, is the return of the greatest tag team of all time, the Banter Edition. And it's just... I'm not sure what you do with Mastiff now, because he lost to Coffee, he's now lost his big match at Devlin. It's not sure.
Unless they're going to pair up Trav and Ligero as a tag team, or you're not going to turn one of them heel in this weird feud that they've got with the double pin. Banter Edition, or just throw them all together as mates.
just the mates. They are the Menines that all join together.
Have Banter Edition with Travis Banks has got incredible range as a performer.
This is true. He did show the 4 faces of Banks on his Twitter. There's a lot of floating parts there. I'm not really sure where they're going.
Give me full Banter Ligero. Give me Dave Mastiff as the straight man. Give me you know what? Give me full Banter Edition with Travis as the straight man.
What Chief Deputy Banks or whatever he was.
The straight man, just straight,
just straight man.
No fun. Just what the heck is going on around?
I feel like we can get behind that. But I said there's a lot of floating parts, and Mastiff is one of the larger parts that's floating about in NXT UK at the moment. We'll see where they all fit as we head towards whatever takeover they are going. Pun sort of intended. So this was your first time kind of really getting into an Impact show as a whole. The first episode.
That's not strictly true, Matthew. I thought that Impact was moving to a new channel a week earlier than it was because somebody told me that.
Yeah, sorry. Technically they did. They just did a This Is Impact, which was kind of a... You got a primer. You got a primer for all the feuds.
No, so I didn't watch that. I watched Bound for Glory. And watching Bound for Glory means that I got to see... I had to see one of the worst wrestling matches I've ever seen.
Ken Shamrock versus Moose.
Yes. Matthew.
What was your overall thoughts on this Impact? Because it was a new look. They've kind of stripped back a lot of the bells and whistles and kept it quite a simplistic product. What did you think of the show?
Wrestling. I can see what they're trying to do, and I appreciate it. Yeah. I think there are a few matches that were just a bit there for me, but every time they had a segment, I appreciate it.
They are very good at some of the segments. There were some in particular that I do enjoy. We opened with Marufuji over Josh Alexander. Marufuji's a bit good, isn't he? He's good at the wrestling.
Yeah, a little bit. This was a great match. Josh Alexander, I haven't seen enough of it. A lot of him, obviously, but out of the North, Ethan Page seems like my kind of wrestler. In fact, the North are literally just Canadian grizzled young veterans. They've it's incredible.
They are brilliant, and I do love Ethan Page, and Josh Alexander is a bit of a hidden gem, but this is not your normal Impact opener. It's a bit more methodical. Normally they do kind of a bit of a massive flippy spot fest to open, but this was a bit more of a Marufuji showcase, to be honest, making the most of him being in the US.
So he's beaten Josh Alexander after the North have sent a challenge out to anyone who wants to wrestle them.
Yeah.
Isn't the obvious partner Marufuji getting some kind of partner? And who would that partner be?
I don't know. I don't know where they're going with this. I don't know whether this was just a one-off because Marufuji might be going back to Noah. I don't know whether he's sticking around and they're going to do a feud thing, because they're not taping monthly now. They're taping bi-weekly. They're taping like every other week. Okay. So I don't know. So I don't know whether I can't even remember if he's on the next show or not. So it's intriguing. They're building up to it, though, because you had Marufuji wanting to shake Josh Alexander's hand, and Ethan Page says no, and then he says maybe, and then he says no. I hope Marufuji's sticking around, but we'll see. Security then tell OVE that Sammy, but all of them but Sammy, is banned from the building.
Got down here, the Christs and Sawyer Fulton are banned from the building.
Just to keep it hammering home, you cannot let Sawyer Fulton go.
Yeah, Sawyer Fulton was about to be a star, and then he got injured, so they replaced him with somebody altogether better. And you know what? That was quite possibly the worst move for everyone involved.
Yeah. He's done very, very well in OVE, in all fairness. He's been following Sammy about. I think he's one of Callahan's boys now.
There was one person you thought would be the Janity from the Sanity stable. It would not be Killian Dane. However, here we are.
No, I think everyone except Nikki Cross in that stable ended up being the Janity of Sanity.
Because Alexander Wolf has landed on his feet.
Yeah, but they're not exactly more. Actually, no, NX. Technically, Killian Dane's main roster, if you believe. We'll talk, by the way, at the end of this about the WWE podcast. I want to talk about it. I just finished listening to it on my way home from work today. But yeah, Wolf's not main roster. Eric Young's a producer now. Yeah, Killian Dane's not doing that badly. He's still a prominent figure on a TV show.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
Yeah,
I haven't watched NXT this week. I heard Tyler Bate beat him and then beat him up afterwards.
The Rascals, they have their smoking circle, and they're all talking about Trey Miguel's mum.
That 70s show parody in the year of our Lord 2019.
Yeah, but the best part about this is they do this all the time, and it's genuinely really the bit where they finally meet Rob Van Dam. And they basically give a list of all these marijuana-related Mean Girls, like, urban legends about Rob Van Dam. It's like if he sweats cannabis oil. It's fucking incredible. They do this bit with Falabar, and he's down.
What I will say is this: they quoted the greatest soundbite of all time in this, so I'm here for it. To be honest.
Oh, was it with the Gucci Mane bit?
Of course, it was the. Listen. You ain't go south. You're lost.
It was brilliant.
At the same time, you could get lost in the south.
Because I love this. I first of all, when he sat,
the most lost in the source guy you have ever seen.
Because I thought, when I first saw this, I thought, oh no, Access is saying they can't do the weed jokes anymore. But then they built up to, because Falabar couldn't find his voice, and then they all have a big old smoke, and now Falabar is fully Kieran, and he's busting out William Shakespeare quotes, and he's upset that he didn't stick up for his boy TJP. And then Trey is quoting Gucci Mane, and Rascals give Bar a pep talk, and he's pumped up to batter Michael Elgin again going forward. So I thought this was a really funny segment. I really liked it. It made me laugh.
I enjoyed it. I did.
And then we had Jordan Grace, Alexi Nicole, and Rosemary over Madison Rayne, Taya, and Kira Hogan.
It was a match that happens.
There were some little bits from this that I like. I want to see Rosemary and Jordan Grace as a tag team, maybe go after the North, because they have been teasing a female team going after the North for the belts. If they're not going to do the more obvious one of Tessa and Jordan Grace, because Tessa's doing something else, Rosemary and Jordan Grace going after the tag titles, I'd be okay with.
Borg.
Pardon?
Borg.
I don't know where to go with that. Kira Hogan.
Team Porg is a thing, isn't it? It's Jordan Grace, and she was in the Mae Young Classic, went out in the first round.
Oh,
Lufisto.
Oh, Lufisto.
That's their team name.
Is it?
Yeah.
I did not know that.
Yep. I follow Nathan on Twitter.
Oh, you've now ruined my joke at the end of this. Kiera Hogan did something to her shoulder. I don't know whether it was an injury or not. Like she hurt her shoulder. Immediately tagged out. Then Madison Rayne opts out of helping. They Johnny Bravo, who was Johnny Mundo, or Johnny Impact's manager, now is Tyre's manager, has this little fake stuffed dog that Don Callis insists on calling Hennigan the dog, which was very, very funny. Which is great. Then Grace pins the knockout champion, and then somewhere a young bespectacled Mark named Nathan is crying.
Oh, bless his heart. Do you? He's still a bit off with me ever since that thing with Eddie Kingston.
Yeah, I don't think he's ever going to forgive you for that. Now brace yourself.
Fiver on a haircut.
Brace yourself, because we then witnessed a really great promo from Rob Van Dam.
It was incredible. Can I sum it up?
Yeah.
Rob Van Dam shooting on our podcast schedule in a hot tub.
Pretty much, with Katie Forbes touching him up in the background.
Is that who that was?
Yeah, that's his IRL girlfriend and just signed to Impact. I had a feeling that before they had the heel turn, I had a feeling they were going to do something with these two.
And the girlfriend. Is that just Fabe?
No, this is his IRL. He's not got a wife. He left his wife. Not left his wife. He divorced his wife. And Katie's his other half now. Yeah, and I love this. And basically going through all the people going, everyone stole my shit. Kenny Omega, the Young Bucks, all these people stole my stuff.
Yeah.
I carried Rhino and I carried ECW. It was great. Josh and Don called themselves the sexiest announced team in wrestling. I can't do the hand movements on podcast, but I'm not sure about that one, Chief.
Oh, what I will say is NXT probably shade it, just because they've got Beth Phoenix.
Yeah,
and
Nigel and Mara are a handsome gentleman as well. So
exactly, and they say the way to a man's heart is through the stomach, but the way to this man's heart is through random pop culture references. Shout out to Josh, who I'll never love.
Then we had Rich Swann and Willie Mack over the Desi Hit Squad. I hate the Desi Hit Squad. They are fucking so boring. I've never warmed to them as heels. Not even like a go away heel. I just never warmed to them at all. Just not fanned whatsoever.
It's just it remind like this tag match happened that it just reminded me of high school, to be honest.
How so?
I went to high school in Wembley, didn't I?
Oh yeah, no, I get what you mean. Sick double team. If you know, you know. Sick double team from Rich Swann and Willie Mack. I really like Rich Swann and Willie Mack as a tag team. They are fun to watch. Rhino kicks off at Maggle. Rhino kicks off at everyone. He calls out RVD for Turning Point, which is
I just, literally in my notes, because I thought I was hosting the show. In my notes, it says Rhino promo, pretty standard. He literally has one promo he cuts.
But he's been on before. He's been cutting his old ECW promos. They just bleeped out all the swearing. But now that was just a generic promo they cut. Then we get Moose becoming the new Mr. Perfect.
Yes! I've got that in my notes too. I'm so happy.
This is the most ridiculous thing ever. This whole shebang with Moose being like, I'm gonna hit. I'm the greatest. I was the greatest wrestler. I then beat Ken Shamrock, so now I'm the greatest MMA fighter of all time. And now I'm gonna hit a hole in one. He then runs onto someone else's playing area for golf and goes, you grabbed my ball. You throws him in the sand, takes the ball, drops it in, and goes, I got a hole in one, didn't I? And I was like, this is full on Kim Jong-il shit. This is.
Oh, the thing is, he beat up the first guy who's like, you don't hit a hole in one, we didn't see a ball. Nah, just yeeted him somewhere. Looked at his friend, and his friend went, yep, hole in one. It's really fucking great.
It's great. Moose as a heel is really, really good, because he does come off as an idiot, but as an idiot that doesn't realise how much of an idiot he is. And it's great.
A dangerous idiot.
He's a dangerous idiot as well, because he's an idiotic bully. Ken Shamrock, still looking like a muscly Robert De Niro. Speaking of thick, Joey Ryan comes out with his penis. And he offers it and makes a challenge for the world's most dangerous man versus the world's most dangerous manhood. Wrestling's brilliant. It's just...
Yeah. It's astounding, isn't it?
It's so... I genuinely laughed at this so much, the fact they're doing this. And the fact that a video has gone around that former UFC super fight champion, UFC Hall of Famer Ken Shamrock took the dick spot from Joey Ryan.
Spoilers.
It was all over the internet. Everyone's seen that bit.
Will say is that this feud is one of my favorite tropes. It's comedy versus drama.
Yeah, and it's brilliant
all this time, and they can rinse it. And I believe that they're going to do the same thing in a different promotion with a type of juice.
Yes, that would make a lot of sense. Ace Austin over Eddie Edwards in a street fight.
Oh my goodness, this was a good match.
It was really, really good. This feud's been really, really good because Ace has been really good. Eddie Edwards has just been a tremendous... His character arc since the new people came in for Impact has been tremendous. And Ace Austin has just really found his feet as this absolute skis. Like, he's not sleazy. He's just a fucking scum. He's a scumbag fuckboy, but in the best possible way.
Mm-hmm. It's the exact same story they're running with Rusev, Lana, and Bobby Lashley.
But this has good acting in it. Apart from Alicia Edwards.
No, no. They start from the beginning, and they're using a bunch of show don't tell.
Yeah. He's...
what they've done with Rusev is literally just rocked up on Raw, told us a bunch of stuff has happened in the background, and now we've got to accept the new status quo. We don't see a build.
Well, whereas this has been going on literally since the summer. Like, it's been on for 3-4 months.
I talk about show don't tell all the time, but also slow burn your shit.
Yeah, this has been great. And they've been build up aces. Like last week when they had Don Callis interview Ace Austin on the set of his film, and we turn out that the film was Wife Bangers 12. That he was a part of. Don Callis with the amazing line of, "It's not adultery if you're not getting along."
Yes.
And then him constantly...
That's an amazing line. I'm not agreeing with that line.
And then his amazing just burying Josh anytime he says anything remotely dodgy. He's like, "You're disgusting." It's really funny. Reno Scum interfere.
My favorite spot of this was Ace Austin yeeting himself into the trash.
I was about that was an amazing spot, yeeting himself into a trash can. One of the best things I've ever seen. And then we see a move that apparently is called the Bangarama on a trash can as well. Ace Austin wins using the folding for a table, and he does the gimmick with the metal thing in his arm.
I know he hid it, but it's legal. Why did he hide it?
Yeah, well, it's just one of him being an underhand bastard. He's not done one of my favourite spots he does before, because his whole thing of him being the magician is that he'll like distract the ref and pull out a card out of his like trunks and do the Jimmy Havoc finger cut thing with a playing card.
Oh, nice!
He's really good. Like in regards of like newcomer of this year, Ace Austin's up there. He's so good, so good.
He was a standout from Bound for Glory. I will say that.
He's really good. We got a bit of a recap through the flashback moment of the week of Jessica Havoc killing Su Yung. We then get the debut of Susie.
Hi, I'm Susie.
Susie's basically Poppy.
NXT.
Yeah,
I'm Susie.
Susie's basically Poppy, and I do agree. I love this. Like, Su Young's tremendous because somehow Susie is more terrifying than Su Yung.
What was the tag team she was talking to?
Oh, the Deaners. They are the country boys that were like big because they were used to be on the Pursuit Network. Now,
but she's even scarier.
Yeah, that was funny. Su, I'm Susie. It's like, how is she more terrifying? Still hot though, which was funny. Then we get Johnny Swinger, who hits on Alyssa Edwards. Johnny Swinger thinks it's the 90s and says, "There's a women's promotion up north that I can get you booking with," which is funny. Alyssa acts badly. Get used to this, by the way. Just get used to it. And apparently, Alyssa's going to go for dinner with Ace Austin next week.
Hey, we all know where that's going, but at least they've built to it.
Yeah. The thing is, though, they've already done the bit where Ace Austin turned up to Alicia Edwards literally with his dick in a box. So I don't know where they're going. Unless they eat popcorn, I don't know where this is going, to be honest.
My thing, yes, they eat popcorn. That was underrated. That joke is the only thing that's knocked me out of thinking. Obviously, it's hot now. Man, I would definitely put her into a headlock.
Sami Callihan over Brian.
No, you know.
Sami Callihan over Brian Cage. I've just realised what you said. God damn it. Sami Callihan over Brian Cage in a steel cage match to win the Impact title. So they pretty much saved this title change for TV, which I guess makes sense. They were going to a big
premiere, innit?
Premiere.
It was so obvious. As soon as I watched Bound for Glory, I was like, well, what was the point of that? And then you told me it was moving, and I had to start watching it now, and I was like,
now it makes sense. It's a brutal cage match, just these two kicking the shit out of each other. Pile drivers ahoy.
How many people have the Terminator thing as part of their gimmick right now? Is it only 2? Because I feel like it's more than 2.
Kenny and Brian Cage, yeah. And Kenny's not really part of his gimmick anymore. He just does it.
Well, right.
But yeah, he's just the machine. So they just
pile drivers, though. That's a lot of pile drivers on actual TV.
Yeah, with Sammy's finish in the Cactus Special. Because for a while he was doing the Cactus pile driver. He was doing the pulling one, but now it's just a pile driver as the Cactus Special instead. So this was a fitting end to the feud, and Sammy's got the belt, which is the right thing. And then Tessa comes out and challenges him post-match, which is good, because I want the Tessa-Sammy world title feud. I want this promotion to become fully in agenda, which I generally think this is the way they're going now. That you have Tessa win the belt, and then you have Tessa unify the Knockouts title and the world title, and they go, right, we're fully in agenda now, everyone can go for every belt. And this is why I want everyone to be on board with Impact, because they are going to do tremendous things going forward. And it was a really fun show, and I'm really happy that we've got a new set of eyes on it, so to speak, with you, Joe, and we'll see how this goes on in the coming weeks and indeed months. This podcast, and indeed all TWM podcasts, are brought to you by SquaredCircleBox.com, the only place for your monthly wrestling box needs. With things from superstars from WWE, AEW, New Japan Pro Wrestling, Impact Wrestling, British Wrestling, Independent Wrestling, and loads more, it is the only place that matters if you want to get the best wrestling swag for a low, low price. That low, low price is just £25, people. What a bargain! And you can get snapbacks, t-shirts, magazines, DVDs, trinkets, whatchamacallit, doodads, you name it, they have it each and every month. And just because you listen to TWM, you sexy, sexy people, you get 10% off your first order. All you got to do is use the code TWM News in the checkout. Just use the code TWM News in the checkout for 10% off your first order at SquaredCircleBox.com.
I said, why not spread the gospel of the TWM squad with some of our lovely merch over at Teespring? We have t-shirts for all shapes and sizes, hoodies, sweatshirts, mugs, stickers, and loads more. Also, just for listening to this podcast, you can get 10% off your order. I said using the code PODCAST. That's PODCAST. Once again, PODCAST in the checkout for 10% off at teespring.com/stores/TWM-wrestling-merch. That's right. Praise. Testify.
It's time for Total Divas, and full disclosure, Joe was meant to be hosting this, but then we had to switch it around.
Already mentioned that I was.
Yeah, we was. You were meant to be hosting this, and we ended up switching it around purely because I'm not on the podcast tomorrow. So I hosted this one, and Joe's hosting tomorrow instead.
I'm gonna state this now, and I'm gonna state this at the beginning of the podcast tomorrow. Matt is chickening out because he failed at a challenge and said he'd do a forfeit.
I'm gonna
to him, I pitched the forfeit to him, and he point blank refused, so he's running away for a week.
Yeah, no, I am. I'm hiding because that is a fate worse than death. So, Joe has got full notes on Total Divas, and I've got like abridged notes just from watching it last night. So I'm going to hand over to Joe to run us through Total Divas, and I'll chip in with my thoughts and opinions.
If we have a week like this again, I'm going to need to practice. Right. So, Total Divas. It begins with Sonia and Natalya eating in catering. Sonia tells Natalya she's booked a holiday to go and see Ariana, her girlfriend, which is a lovely, beautiful, cute relationship at this point.
They are the best. This is my first notes are Sonia and Ariana are the best couple.
Honestly, beyond Trinity and Joshua, I think is Jay. Jimmy, yeah.
It's John, isn't it? Is John? I can't remember. Yeah, Trin and the Usos.
Yeah. I think it's John and Joshua in real life. They are joined by Carmella and Trinity, and they turn up and they watch the Rousey shoot video together. Natalya is torn about it, and no one else really seems to care.
I love wrestlers taking wrestling way too seriously.
Yeah.
It's fucking wrestling. It's not real. Jesus Christ.
Like, if it was going to be anyone, it would be the person who spent the most time around Bret Hart, wouldn't it?
Yeah, I've got some notes on Natty going forward from this, so we'll get into it.
All right. So we'll focus on this aspect of things from now on, because that's where I write notes these days, apparently. Raw, and Natty pulls rank as the locker room leader. Really, really sorry, lady from the Impact, but Natty's got it down better than you. And she picks Ronda Rousey's brain. Ronda Rousey seems to believe that she's trying to be an antagonist.
Yeah.
And successfully.
Yeah, no, Rousey's doing everything right. Everyone else getting butthurt is fucking stupid. They are literally getting...
The women's roster is working themselves into a shoot.
They are. They're working themselves into a shoot, brother, dude, Jack.
Oh, jeez. I need a shower. I mean, literally, I need a shower. Meanwhile, back at the ranch, Travis Brown comes and suggests that ladies should have a get-together where they all get to know each other a little bit better.
Yeah, which is
probably the most sensible suggestion I thought I'd hear on this episode until a different point.
Because there was a bit before, I imagine we're going to jump onto Nia and Natty next, because that was kind of the main story arc of this episode.
No, actually, because I saved the best for last.
Oh, okay.
Right.
Okay, so I'm gonna have to jump around my notes, aren't I? When it comes to this, because you go through the three big headlines from Total Divas. So
I write my stuff in blocks, and now 4 blocks. Carmella is making a song with R-Truth.
Yeah, this was a
Fill an hour, could they?
Pardon?
They couldn't fill an hour, could they?
Yeah, no, this was a very weird, like, tertiary storyline to put through this.
Yeah, it's so odd. And she gets in a booth and is...
White?
Yeah.
I thought that's harsh on War-Uppers, but she was very white.
I'm trying to be nice. If I'm hosting, I've got to be better than when I'm trolling Matty. So
yeah.
In fact, Truth asks Trinity to do it instead, and she drives off in a huff.
Yeah, Truth is seemingly as dumb in real life as he is on TV. In a tiny recording studio, openly shouting out, "So yeah, can you do this instead of Carmella? Carmella's gonna fucking hear you, you moron."
My favorite thing is first thing we hear him say on the entire episode is "What's up."
I did not clock that, but you are right.
Like really casually, just like Carmella opens the hotel room door and he's like, "What's up?"
It'd be brilliant if he was in a packed room and you literally heard him just turn around and go, "People over there, what's up?"
No, and I think this entire episode was him doing his "my bad, y'all be good" stitch shit. It's pretty incredible.
This is the thing. I don't think it's a stick. I genuinely feel like he might actually be this dumb in real life.
Don't work yourself into a shoot. Remember that Total Divas is the most consistently booked WWE program that they have.
This is true. This is definitely true.
R-Truth, we need you to do a toned down version of your of your wrestling character for literally 20 minutes. and you get to hang out with two very pretty ladies that you get on with in a. Yeah, sure, I'll do that.
Yeah, Troop is like, am I still employed? Yep. He's like, I will do anything. I am 63 years old and you've still employed me.
Of that, his nickname is the Immortal. It's amazing. He's like the Highlander. There can be only one.
Yeah, he's going to be there forever, and I love him for it.
After a pep talk from Trinity, Carmella goes back and nails it, and she says the greatest sentence ever. I'm paraphrasing here, but like she listed a bunch of things and then ended it with this: anything is possible with a bit of auto-tune.
That was, I genuinely hope someone makes like no one of them like generic success posters.
Yes. You know what? It should be us, and we should. Like,
you know what? I will do that. It will be on the podcast post of just Carmella's face from Total Divas, and then anything is possible with auto-tune. I had two things from this.
I don't want. Sorry, what?
First of all, based off how she is throughout these episodes, Naomi deserves all the nice things because she's just the best person. Like her, Mella, and Sonya come off as the like three of the most genuine people. And Naomi just seems to always be the mom looking after everyone, without wanting the recognition like Natalya does.
My favourite thing is Natalya thinks she's the locker room leader,
and Naomi probably is the locker room leader. And
in reality, locker room leaders are probably the four women who refuse to ever be part of this. But let's not go into it.
Carmella cannot sing, but her rapping is decent.
I feel like someone wrote that for her as well.
Also, what I wrote down was, we never heard this at Mania.
It's true. It's just like, we need to get this done in time for Mania. It's got to be a huge hit, narrator. It was not.
It was not. They fought the dance break, which was easier and didn't embarrass Carmella.
Also, I didn't know that Naomi did all of her theme songs. That's one for Reese. Shout out to Reese.
Yeah, I didn't know she did the I'm Amazing on her theme.
But like that also probably means she did her current theme.
Yeah, no, I mean, like, I didn't realise she did those two themes, so...
Yeah, that's one for the books. I mean, Naomi's song is not bad.
Oh no, I love her song. It's really, really catchy.
My favorite thing is it takes ages for even a wrestling mind to realize that her video guy is an Uso. It's amazing. It's Jimmy. Of course, it's Jimmy. Right. So now we're getting into meat and potatoes. We're getting into the serious storylines. We've done the filler. Let's get into meat.
No,
like we've done all the bread, we've done all the veg. All we've got is meat.
I was waiting for the Booker T reference.
Right. So Ariana's mom wants Sonya in Tampa and grandkids.
Yeah, Ariana's mom needs to fucking chill. Like, genuinely, like, calm the fuck down, mummy Ariana.
So good.
Jesus Christ, she's full on like, yeah, I want grandkids. I haven't got... And then when Sonya's trying to, like, chill her boots, being like, we've still got time, we're young, she's like, I haven't, I could die soon. I'm like, good God, calm down. And then things like, Sonya mentioned the stereotype of lesbians moving into like too early, and she's like, yeah, I've done that several times. And I was like, I fucking love Sonya Deville. She's just a dude, and it's so funny. Oh, killed me, absolutely killed me. But Ariana's mom, it needs to calm down, seriously.
I'm her fucking hype.
Yeah.
All right, Sonya is unsure, and she gets advice from multiple people backstage to slow down. But there are no brakes on the grandbaby train.
No. But there is one person. One hero.
We'll get there. The mother-in-law shows multiple houses big enough for their future kids. Sonya's being pressured massively, but in comes chaotic neutral Liv Morgan.
Yeah, I wrote down, chaotic neutral Liv Morgan is all we need. And then she talks to them at dinner, and I wrote down, she may have made things worse.
Yep. She struggles to park. She demands Ariana moves to Fort Lordy Dordy, which is my favorite way to say that. Shout out to Big E. Not that you'd ever listen to this.
Hey, you never know. Might be a fan of Total Divas.
Even like, he might decide that it's a good play. Actually regain Mama Lynch's love.
Maybe. You never know. We're here for you, Biggie.
We're here for you, Biggie. We are, especially in these trying times.
Yes.
We know you guys are missing a wheel.
Yes, I was thinking 2 wheels then, but no, it's just one leg that's injured. Anyway, then we have chaotic neutral Liv Morgan becomes voice of reason. Chaotic neutral Liv Morgan.
No, she makes well thought out points. But everyone needs to remember this, right? When I call someone a chaotic neutral, that just means that they are chaos. But being chaotic means being unpredictable.
Yeah. That's why I said she's the voice of reason, chaotic neutral Liv Morgan, because she comes in and makes a good point to be like, well, are you getting anything out of this? Then you need to talk to her about it. And once again, like all reality TV shows, what happens is the thing that should have happened at the beginning ends up happening at the end, which is Sonya just needs to talk to Ariana on her own. On her own, in air quotes, not with the camera, with the camera crew there.
What I will say is, number one, chaotic neutral Liv Morgan, like she's just been like, would you not expect Liv Morgan to just go into that situation and smash shit up because that's all she's done all season? No, she sits down. That's being unpredictable. That's beautiful chaotic energy.
Yeah, she's literally the chaotic neutral. She's there to help both sides and bring chaos to the situation.
My second point is this. Made a point that she can't read Ariana, and I kind of get it.
Yeah, because what I wrote down with this was
epic foreshadowing. That is epic foreshadowing.
Is that cute? Yeah, because we saw the recap at the end of the show. Shit goes down on some holiday, like it does in every American reality TV show. They are a cute couple, but you can tell, much like with Corey Graves, Ariana does not like being on camera.
Ooh.
She's so awkward. That conversation, when they're having that conversation, I imagine she'd be a lot more animated in a positive way, not in an aggressive way. But she's only just looking down the barrel of Sonya, just going, yes, I feel like we should wait a bit longer for this. And I'm like, yeah, you fucking hate being on camera, don't you?
All right, and here we come to the main event.
Nia's knees are bollocks.
Yo, for fuck's sake, yeah. I mean, she maintains that Nia Jax is off for a reason, chats to her about the punch. If you're listening to this podcast and you don't know what the punch is, then
Google it. You know what? If you don't know what the punch is, go on to our friend Emily's Twitter and look at her Halloween costume. Then you'll know what the punch is.
Oh yeah, that was the Twitter account I gave out on Raw.
Yeah. She deserves it because her costume was fire. Nia's so insecure. The second Natty even goes, well, someone might not like you, she panics and goes, who hates me? Tell me who. What's her name? I need to know who I need to bully to get this to go away. I'm like, for someone that exudes this confidence and is meant to be like this big, beautiful, confident woman, my God, you fucking shit yourself anytime you hear that someone may not like you.
Oh, anyone like that in real life?
Several.
Yeah, there we go then.
I used to be like that.
Oh, no.
And then I punched an Irish person in the face and then I was fine.
They decide to go to the performance center to perform top rope moves.
But there's a bit beforehand, I want to point this out, that was very hard to watch, where Nia doing at the gym and watching her doing all this heavy lifting and pressure on her knees. In hindsight, for what we find out, is fucking hard to watch because she's ruining her knees and she doesn't know why they're in so much pain. In reality, it's because they are bollocks.
And she's just there like, well, I've been feeling this tightness in my knee for months, but it's been so hectic that I haven't gone to have it looked at yet.
Fam, you barely have a knee.
No.
It's not even a knee anymore, it's just a n.
Or an E.
It's just an E. Because that's the noise she makes. That's the noise she makes when she leans on it. E.
That's the noise I need. Can we make a Twitter account of Nia Jax's knee?
It could be up there with Kota Ibushi and Will Ospreay's neck.
Oh, you know, I want to make Michael Oku's neck as well.
I'm sure he'll love that. Your good personal friend, Michael Oku. I'm sure he'll love that you've taken the mick out of his neck.
It's the only thing I'm not 100% sure. I'm toying with going as him for Halloween tomorrow. I just got my Now We Play t-shirt in the post, and I'd steal a roll of bog roll from around the house.
I double dare you to go as OGMO for Halloween tomorrow.
Oh, I actually have a much better wrestling related costume planned.
Can we talk about the splashes that Nia does?
Garbage.
The first one is pretty much Tamina's.
Oh yeah.
Which is why Tamina's been out of a knee injury for fucking 6,000 years. So, yeah, they were all awful. Even the one that they classed as successful was still shit.
She doesn't really belong up there, really, does she?
No, she doesn't. Like, her high flying can be restricted to doing that weird rolling senton thing she does. Also, yeah, which is nice. Also, Natty really like building up, going, "Oh, that splash was amazing," and then when I get to the doctors, she goes, "Yeah, the splash didn't go well." I'm like, "Fucking dick move!" What a dick move from from locker room leader in air quotes Natalia.
She literally is the gimmick in that, isn't it?
It's good lord, it's brilliant.
A Norman Smiley cameo, which is nice.
Yeah, which is lovely. Yeah, it's obviously one of the best trainers performance in there.
That guy was still affiliated.
Yeah, no, he's been there since day dot. Norman Smiley's one of the big trainers because he's like literally wrestled everywhere. In all the places, so it makes sense for him to be there. The doctor pretty much then tells Nia Jax that I did this. I don't know why this shouldn't make me laugh. And they're like, "What's wrong with my knee?" And they goes, "You know your ACL?" And he goes, "Yeah." He goes, "You haven't got one." It's gone. Nice. It is just gone. Yeah, and now we know why her knee is completely bollocks.
The entire thing reminds me of The Lion and the Thorn. I might be getting the story wrong.
Yeah, I think you might be getting a little bit wrong, but
he's the main character of Folktale, Shepherd and the Lion. Basically, there's a lion that is just treating everyone like trash in nature, and the thorn gets removed from his paw, and that's the reason why he's been a dick. He's been in pain.
So you saying that Nia stopped being a dick when she realised that her ACL had been removed?
No, Nia stopped being a dick when
when her ACL died.
Yeah, basically, yeah.
Which is ridiculous.
When she was told her ACL died.
Yeah.
Actually, a little bit before that.
The last thing probably to note before we wrap things up, I can't think of anything else that happened, is they show Ronda and Liv Morgan watching Beth Phoenix wrestle, I want to say Bayley on Raw. They completely edit out any and all mention of Beth Phoenix at ringside.
Is it? Oh yeah, because they're keeping it as a big spoiler, aren't they? Natty's entire arc. She's done half of her arc, which is getting over her father's death. The other half of her arc is how am I going to get to WrestleMania? Yeah, and I imagine they'll show that at the next show with the whole Beth Phoenix thing. Yeah. The other thing I want to point out is Nia Jax bullying Byron Saxton, which is lovely. Yeah, him punching Byron Saxton for wearing green. So, where's Byron? It's Saudi and being bullied by Nia Jax a year ago on Total Divas. It's the one time I've seen Byron Saxton this week, and it was ages ago. # where's Byron? Right. That's Total Divas, so that is best the rest done for this week. If you want to get in touch with us, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, at TWM Wrestle. TWM.news, please keep across that over the next few hours, next few days, as we are covering the absolute chaos that is the WWE being stuck in Saudi Arabia. Please listen to Smack Talk tomorrow, because Joe and Tom are going to have to cover whatever happened on SmackDown tonight. It's going to be fascinating, to say the very, very, very least. If you want to get, if you want to leave a rating, review, subscribe to us on Apple and Google Podcasts, Spotify, Stitcher, Acast, TuneIn, Podbean, YouTube, and wherever else you get your pods, please leave a 5-star rating and a review on TWM.news right now. There's a review of WWE Crown Jewel if you want to check that out. There's also some articles. You've got reasons to be cheerful. You've got loads of other articles about all kinds of wrestling, all up at TWM.news. Joe, social media. Oh, I don't actually have something prepared today. That's incredibly lazy. I apologize. Just want to give me a moment. At the OGMO? No, because I did that. I've done that far too much recently. I am going to say EB Rights 92. Oh, you can. Okay, there we go. man.
Formerly of this parish, PB Rights 92. I'm a Matty ID. I can't think of a funny one at the moment. It's a Friday and I'm tired. Follow us at TWM Wrestle. This has been Best of the Rest, and we will see you next Friday.